Hi, this is Shannon Albert from WDW and today I have 6 reasons why Magic Kingdom is kind of a pain. Stay tuned to find out why. Do you like my shirt? I just got it in the mail. Super cute, just hard to see on camera. So you might be wondering, why would I try to make Magic Kingdom look like a pain in the you-know-what? And the reason that I want to go through this list of 6 reasons is because I think some people are kind of surprised, especially first timers who may start their trip at Magic Kingdom. You know, they've done all the planning and they've got everything lined up, only to be super frustrated when they get there and think that is going to be how their whole trip is going to go. And the truth is that Magic Kingdom is extra difficult, and that oftentimes when you go to Magic Kingdom and then the other parks, you think, oh, the other parks are so much easier. And so I just wanted to give you realistic expectations for Magic Kingdom so that you know that it's going to be a little harder than the others, and you can set the correct expectations before you go. Reason number 1. It is the most crowded of all the parks at Disney World. In fact, Magic Kingdom is the most crowded theme park in the whole world. Every year on the attendance charts that are released, Magic Kingdom is number 1 over any other park. And it comes in at around 20 million visitors per year. That is almost double what you have at Epcot. That is almost double what you have at Animal Kingdom. It is definitely double what you have at Hollywood Studios. So there's twice as many people trying to fit into this park as the other one. So it is going to be more crowded. And so because of that, you have to be more strategic about when you go, what day of the week you go, and making sure you have a touring plan so that you can optimize your time in the park. But it is going to be more difficult just by sheer numbers. Number 2 is that Magic Kingdom is so hard to get to. There is a whole body of water right in front of Magic Kingdom, which means people that are going there have to park in a parking lot if you're driving, and then take a monorail over, a ferry over to get to Magic Kingdom, or if you're staying on site, the buses will take you to the bus stops in front. But if you have your own car, it is not easy to get in and out. In fact, you should allocate a lot more time for commuting if you're going to Magic Kingdom in your own car. And it's just such a pain, because if you drive to any of the other parks, it is so easy and so convenient to be able to just park and walk in, but you cannot do that at Magic Kingdom. And add to that what I already mentioned, which is that there are so many visitors. So there's 20 million people coming and going on a monorail that often breaks down, and a ferry that only leaves every so often and can only hold so many people, and then the very, very busy bus stop in front. So it's just a lot to get in and out of Magic Kingdom, and it is much more difficult than the other parks. Number 3 at Magic Kingdom is that rides often break down. And this is super frustrating, especially if you are a first-time visitor, because you have all your plans, if you've planned ahead of time, you have all your touring plans and your fast passes made, only to find out that Space Mountain is broken again, or Splash Mountain is down, or Peter Pan's Flight, which has a long line a lot of times, is not functioning right now. It happens so much at Magic Kingdom. So you really have to be kind of flexible with your plans when you go to Magic Kingdom. The Space Mountain Fast Pass line is often very, very long. It doesn't surprise me to walk by Space Mountain and see the line going all the way out into Tomorrowland, because when the ride breaks down and then reopens, then everybody wants to use their Fast Passes that they missed earlier in the day. So it becomes a very long Fast Pass line, and it's just frustrating. Rides breaking down is not unique to Magic Kingdom necessarily, but it does happen a lot, and it feels like it happens more often than any other park. So my suggestion, if you run into this situation, is that when you are in the parks and you are maybe thinking about going across to an attraction, is to open the app, it lists the attractions on the wait time screen, and it'll say if the ride is closed, and that'll save you some time walking across the park to a ride that isn't even available to board. So, you know, always check that stuff. If you happen to have a fast pass, you will be able to redeem it later. Disney will often issue you an anytime fast pass that you can use for any attraction, which includes the one that you may have missed. Anyway, there are ways to work around it, but it can be super frustrating if you don't know ahead of time that that's even a possibility. Number 4 is that the park hours at Magic Kingdom often change, particularly the opening time. So, Disney is not easy to figure out with the park hours. They used to release them 6.5 months in advance. Now it's more like 6 months in advance. And they will usually release the hours and say that Magic Kingdom is going to open at 9 a.m. And so people will plan pre-park opening breakfast reservations and at 8:05, only to find out that Disney has changed the Magic Kingdom hours to 8 o'clock. So now you're eating in the park while also touring is going on outside in the park. And so it's just super frustrating. It's hard to make plans when you don't know what the hours are going to be. So it's something to consider with Magic Kingdom, and it's something to keep an eye on as the months progress and you get closer to your trip date. It is always a good idea during your trip to check the park hours in the app. Like the night before you go to a park, just open it up one more time and see what the next day's hours are so you don't miss anything. The park could be extended later. It also could open a little bit earlier. Number 5, there are not a whole lot of fantastic table service restaurants at Magic Kingdom. Now there are some, and some of them are pretty iconic. Cinderella's Royal Table and Crystal Palace, but those are character meals, and not everybody wants to do a character meal all the time. And I think that like Be Our Guest is really good, but if you want to eat dinner there, it is now 2 dining credits or, expensive if you're paying out of pocket. Skipper Canteen is really great. I think that's been a good addition to the park, but considering the number of people that are in the park, there just aren't a lot of places to go compared to like Epcot, which has tons and tons of great table service options. So sometimes the food is lacking, but I think a good alternative to this is to eat at the Magic Kingdom area resorts because they have tons of great options, and that is a really good way to just be like a monorail stop away to a really good dinner. And number 6 is that Magic Kingdom often closes early, especially in the fall. And that's because Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party and Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party all start at 7 p.m. And so Magic Kingdom has to close early a few nights a week in order to allow that. And that is super frustrating because if you're going to Magic Kingdom during your trip, you have to look at the schedule and think, okay, if I want to be there at night to see fireworks, I can only go on these 2 days and sort of plan around that. But a lot of other people are also doing the same thing. If you don't care about fireworks and you don't care about staying past 7 p.m., then going to Magic Kingdom on the days where it does close early is actually a good thing in terms of crowds. But it can just be really frustrating when you're trying to put all the puzzle pieces of your trip together to figure out when you can even go to Magic Kingdom and do everything that you want to do when it has a 7 p.m. closure. So I think that wraps up this video for information on Magic Kingdom, including touring plans and all the other information we have on the site. You can click the link in the description. Thanks for joining.